Hi guys, uh, today I want to tell you a legend or maybe the story about Cold Steel, a well-known company which is the most popular in the world about their tactic stuff and their budget lines and the even kitchen models. They are all were actually welcomed by the Knife because of their relatively fair prices and because when you're buying something that written on just I saw as a blade which was brought a Rambo 6. I don't know, but actually I never found nothing about part 6 of Rambo sequel, and so I can't believe that the blade somehow refers to Rambo world. Well, what we've got here, like I like to say, it's a kind of taken from one of the my westerns, I think, but it was stolen by me from Guns N' Roses here. So, as well, the company Cold Steel was owned by Thompson. It's a legendary person which created many models of blades in our Anno Domini in our time, and this is a relatively young company. They are not so old like Muela or I don't know. They give me a name. I think even the even some models of bowies can be referred to like Schlieffen. They was working since before the world war of from the 40s in the previous century. Well, so I found to show you uh, first of two models that have between them a couple of years, maybe even more, when the boss of the company was changed. So as well you can see on the color the points that this is the old one and this one is a new one. So this one is maybe I think 1 year old with me. I don't know how much time it was in the shop, and this guy it was bought and I think I got it in 19 yeah 2019 and 2019 yeah or maybe 2017. No, not 17, 19, yeah. And the difference, both are made in China, both have a Kydex Securex system of shoes, but here we can see little difference, and with time this difference will grow up, so don't wait that anything will change here in this field. Here is the shoes, classic for the Cold Steel, nothing and nothing strange about it. Well, I polished it how I could, and this is an old guy, so you can see GI Tanto with the letters were not only written but printed straight uh, to the metal. Here you can see engraving cold steel, and here is with a little but maybe let's check it out how I can increase it. So you can see 1055 carbon and China. So when I bought it, I saw that this Tanto I will keep very good, because I saw that Tantos are not so much safe, and they can just crack. So this knife was working with me a lot, and this is a good guy, really, from China, and it's kind of I don't know, kind of evidence that my cold steel are real and not clone. This is a new one, and I said about it some uh, videos before, that this is not the same. Of course, you can see that the logo is different. There it was a old kind of. Now it's written China, but it's not written which kind of steel it is. I hope this is the same 1055. GI Tanto is written by a color, and nothing engraved, nothing engraved, nothing. So here I made it like a kind of vintage here, not because of shitty shit, and not because something else, and just it was. By the way, I found this patent and I saw that it's kind of vintage here, and why not? Basically, those shears are not perfect, and this blade is not going to be the king of a beautiful, to be the most beautiful knife in the world in this series, because you know it's a tactical series for kind of pure fucking apocalypse like in Mayhem. Well, so Recon Tanto. Every collectioner from the Eastern Europe must to have this one in his collection. If he have no, he is not maniac. He is not professional. He can be. Uh, he can be wrong, he can nothing to know, and he can be a good client if you must to sell any shit and you have enough shit in your soul for to ok your friends and people who believe you. So Recon Tanto SK5 version. This one I bought 5 years ago in 90. It was in the beginning of my Knifemania, and here you can see the old logo, the old one. Let's put it down and let it focus. Yeah, it's an old logo. You can see it's here SK4 Taiwan. Cold Steel, it's an old one. It's not a new logo. It's an old one, and this is this way. And this is the the oldest one. It's now it's only on machetes, I think, but we will go there. Actually, this blade had a lot of injuries, and he had a lot of stories about his work horsey, and he is doing very things, so it never was put down on the in the cupboard. It was always in work, and I think, I don't know how much time it was in the shop, but after 2 years, when I just forgot to put on the linear, and it was fallen uh, on the floor. Uh, so here the tip is stayed just all right, but here in the point, in the final point, it was splashed. It was not going out, but it was kind of panels, and I don't know. It became. It's not very hard steel. It's not the kind of steel like M390 and Lmax and so on. This steel is cheap, and it's not something that must be as a one more exclusive. It's not Damask. It's not anyone else. It's just instrumental high carbon steel Japanic version. So I can show you, by the way, when I will be able to, the difference between Tanto from MTech and Tanto from Cold Steel. They are not the same, but you can see the handle is similar to other handle. And here we go. Here we come. Actually, I think Recon Tanto is the most overrated blade in the world. I know that in Russia this one is very popular because it works with their laws, the way that it's not going to be the how to call it, the cold weapon. Yeah, they're calling it the cold weapon. So it's not the weapon cold, it's kind of utilitary knife. It's not combat. It's not a combat. It's not for fighting. It's just for I don't know, for build houses to young rabbits. Well, and it had it had a little here and there. It had a little injuries, and I heard the doctor, which was working with this blade, did his best. So now it's not 100% like it was when it was new. But it's still all right. It's still great for the blade, which is 6 years old at least, because they told me that they have all time the lifetime warranty and everything else. But every 2 weeks I was coming to this shop, and I never saw those blades again. So I think that was the only blade they had. And now when they knows me, and I bought actually maybe I think 90% of their stuff, including blades and t-shirts and food and shoes, everything, by the way. So this is called a tactical army shop. So there are kind of blades, there are parkour, everything for survival for guys who likes weapons and so on. So I thought when I had the problems with the tip, and also I thought that this one is can't be the perfect one. It can't be the best of, because it has negative side that is relatively dark side of this planet. So we don't know actually how. And now in the era of Chinese fakes, we can't say this what's going on uh, on the back of the front, and maybe I think this one was the only one which was in the area of close 100 kilometer, uh, and I never saw it after this. So, but in Russia, in the Eastern Europe, this blade is very popular because it looks like Wahidasi, kind of Wahidasi, yeah, and it's making every guy to be a little samurai, and this is a kind of tactical weapon too, so it looks great, it works nice, and of course it's not so good for doing sandwich, but when you must to take off the wheels from your Seat, this one will be the most helpful in the world. And let's go after this. And so I wanted, after I got the tea light, I forgot to put it here, but tea light 6, you know everybody how it looks like. I was actually, I thought one more time that Cold Steel is around me always. The most of my blades in my collection refers to Cold Steel, because I don't know, maybe because it's relatively easy to find the original and find the problem, and actually I know a lot about their models, I know a lot about their history and about their business strategy. So with my let's say with my base, I can go on with the so Cold Steel is really, maybe I think, on the first place in my collection, and I don't know how blades I have out there, but everyone is different, everyone is interesting, and this one is SRK Special Rescue Knife from Cold Steel with the new logotype. Let's check, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah. So we can see that it's Taiwan, yeah. And this is SK5. 5? Are you 5 really? Man, tell me you are 5? What about you? Isn't it too close? Maybe this way. 5, 5, guys, 5. That was absolutely 5. So, well, absolutely 5, it's absolutely 5. It's very nice. So, the handle is similar to Recon Tanto. Don't know about Russia because I heard that in Russia those blades and those kinds of blades are somebody forbidden, and that must be over after tuning, and it must be tuning with somebody who can do it. As I think they're taking off this part, and this is here, but here is here you have now the stretch line from the tip through the handle, and here it's actually going here, so it's not a problem, and this is the reason why they are not the same, and this one is not for the civilian use. For me it's never mind here, but the handle, you can see this is the old one logo, the new one logo, and those parts are similar to each other. Here we have a drop point with a false sharpening, but it's not working this way. It's coming from here. Actually, it's a classic American drop point Bowie style. Drop point, yeah, nothing to say. It's not a clip like it's written everywhere. And I like this blade. This blade is awesome because I was waiting to buy it for 10 years maybe, and only now I got it. It's not leather, but leather, but it's great that I'm finally found my dream in my arms. Well, that was my story about cold steel and will be continued. Thank you very much. See you guys.